Hello from Seoul. I've seen so many horrifying fusion dishes. They put this and that, everything they find in their pantry. But don't worry about it. This is gonna be totally different and delicious. And that is but Korean. Today, we're gonna be making creamy kimchi pasta. What? You're not sure if that's good? Don't worry about it. Kimchi and cheese, both of them are fermented foods. They come from different hometowns, but they're basically in the same group, which means it's hard not to go so well together. A creamy cheesy sauce and a little kick from kimchi, that'll be the absolute dream combination. For this, you will need some pasta, kimchi, onion, green onions, white button mushrooms, bacon, heavy cream, and cheese. That's it. Everything you need is pretty much like in your kitchen, right? There's no reason not to try it. Once you have a bite of this, I'm pretty sure there'll be some change in your pasta ranking. First, let's talk about the pasta. Today, I'm gonna be using rigatoni, but besides this bad boy, you could also use other pasta like fettuccine or spaghetti. So just use what you have. That's the best. Next, finely chop some kimchi. We're gonna need about a half a cup. Here, it's better to use this kind of well-fermented kimchi, which is a bit sour, and it doesn't have to be only this part. Since it's gonna be cooked down and simmered in the sauce, we can totally use this core that works like a hinge. So save this nice part for your next meal and use this tough stem for the sauce. And that is what we do at a restaurant. What? You wanna know this kind of tip more and more? I'm so glad you brought that up, because everything you need is in this one book. Trust me, with this one book, you can cook more than 100 Korean dishes like a pro, so don't forget to check it out. The link is in the description. And if you don't have a kimchi dedicated cutting board, just put it in a mixing bowl and cut it with scissors. Otherwise, your mom will hunt you down and kick your ass, because you just ruined her precious cutting board. I warned you, so if that happens, I'm totally not responsible. Once that's done, thinly slice half an onion. The natural sweetness from the onion will balance out the sourness of the kimchi. So to bring out the sweetness to the sauce faster, try to cut this as thinly as possible. Next, thinly slice some green onions. Of course, you could just use any herbs you like, but I'm 100% sure green onion works best in this dish. So as always, go grab this bad boy and be super generous with this. Remember, more green onion, more delicious. And then finely chop 2 or 3 white button mushrooms. These are totally optional, but if you add them to your pasta, they will add a whole bunch of umami. So if I were you, I wouldn't skip this. Last but not least, let's slice some bacon. I'm gonna use about 2 strips. Alright, let's move on to the sauce. But instead of making more dirty dishes to wash, let's just put it right into the kimchi. That's good news, right? Add 1 tablespoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and 1 teaspoon of sugar to balance out the saltiness. Now some of you might like, what? Oyster sauce in your pasta? Aaron, are you sure about that? Whoa, take it easy, my friend. I know that sounds a little weird or very weird, but it's quite often used in many pasta restaurants. Of course, in Korea. As you guys all know, it's packed full of umami, so it will add a real depth of flavor. So don't be afraid and give this a try. You will see a whole new world. Alright, all the prep is done. Let's get cooking. Fill your pot with enough water. Add a generous pinch of salt and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, cook your pasta according to the package instructions or until al dente. While that's going, let's work on the pasta sauce. To a large pan on medium-high heat, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Once it gets nice and hot, throw in your onions, white parts of the green onions, and saute those for about 2 minutes. Like I said earlier, that pleasant sweetness and fragrance will come out and elevate this dish to the next level. So make sure you give them enough time and let all the flavors infuse. Once they become nice and translucent, add in your mushrooms, bacon, and move them around for about 2 minutes. Actually, the bacon is optional, but the combination of pork fat and kimchi is just truly amazing. So I'll stick with this bad boy. Now it's time to add our star ingredient, kimchi. Add the seasoned kimchi and stir fry for about 3 minutes. Here, our goal is to evaporate the liquid as much as you can. Just like caramelized onions, this stir-fried kimchi is really gonna add the deep flavor that we're looking for. So make sure you give it a good stir so that most of the liquid can be evaporated. Now reduce it down to medium. Add 1¼ cups of heavy cream and simmer it for about 2 to 3 minutes. And make sure it's a gentle boil, not a rapid boil. Once the sauce gets thicker, reduce the heat to low, add 1 cup of freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano and give it a good mix so that everything is well combined. For information, it doesn't have to be exactly this cheese. If there's any cheese you want, go ahead and use that. Even blue cheese can be a good option. So really, feel free to play around with your favorite cheese. Maybe yours will be better than mine. Alright, after 1 minute, add in your cooked pasta and give it a few stirs. And then increase the heat to medium-high, add about 1/4 cup of pasta water and give it a nice little toss. The starch in the pasta water is gonna help coat the pasta all over and make it really delicious. Now let's turn the heat off. Bring your spoon and give it a quick taste. Depending on your type of bacon and kimchi you use, it can taste a little different, so add more salt if necessary. Alright, let's plate this up. Place some pasta in a serving bowl and add a few shakes of black pepper and sprinkle on some green onions. Last but not least, let's grate a little bit more Parmigiano Reggiano. How does it look? It looks absolutely delicioso. I mean, delicious. Alright, let's see how it tastes.
Claire.
Woo! Kimchi and cheese? This is definitely something I can't resist. Let's give it a try. Since he used these pasta noodles, it looks like tteokbokki to me. 와, 진짜 맛있어 보여. 위에 눈꽃처럼 치즈까지 올려주고. Cheers! 맛있잖아. Yes, this is totally my type of thing. I just love this combination. Spicy and creamy. You can't go wrong with this. 역시 그 매콤한 음식에 약간 그 크리미한 녀석이 싹 들어가면 그 매콤한 녀석을 살짝 중화시켜주면서 너무 맛있게 변하는 것 같아. 근데 거기다가 치즈도 듬뿍듬뿍 뿌려주니까 고소함까지 샥 추가돼가지고 너무 맛있네. 근데 거기다가 김치를 아주 잘게 썰어놓은 게 입에서 팍팍 터지는데 그 김치의 새콤함이 쫙 터져주면서 약간 그 느끼할 수 있는 그 부분을 마지막 그 요소까지 샥 잘 잡아주는 것 같아. 와, 조합이 예술이다. 약간 알프레도 같은 거 먹으면 조금만 먹어도 좀 이렇게 물리는 순간이 오잖아. 그 녀석을 김치가 싹 잡아줘. 예술이야. 그리고 이 파스타 면 자체가 되게 매력이 있네. 분명히 자기라면 어떤 면도 된다고 말을 했긴 했겠지만 요거랑 너무 찰떡이야. 너무 잘 어울려. 중간중간 이렇게 소스까지 속에 잘 밴 게 너무 괜찮은데? 한 번은 이걸로 먼저 도전하길. 와, 너무 괜찮다.
Today, I showed you how to make creamy kimchi pasta, one of the greatest Korean fusion dishes of all time. How was it? Looks amazing, right? If you make this dish for your family or friends, I'm pretty sure they will love you more. Even your Italian friends will be so impressed. Yes, it's that delicious. So I really hope you give this a try. If you do, your favorite pasta ranking will be changed. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.